All right. Those of you who may know me, I'm Ronan. I am mostly known for previous Apex content I posted, whether it was a montage or a funny clip I've done. Most times it's been Apex, if not Call of Duty, but Apex has been the go-to for about 3 to 4 years now. So I also, on top of being a solo queue ranked player, a constant ALGS viewer, and a somewhat competitive player by participating in scrims myself, I think I'm qualified. I'm saying qualified to state my own opinion of who I think is going to win ALGS Champs this year in Sapporo, Japan, in the coming week. So with that being said, these are my top 20 teams I believe are going to win ALGS Champs, if not place top 20. If you want more content such as this, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, share with friends, call me an idiot, I don't care. But these are my top 20 teams I will see placing at Sapporo, Japan, that I expect to place. If not, I probably will cry. Before I go to the top 20, I'm gonna start with a few honorable mentions that I don't have in my top 20. For one of my first honorable mentions I have is gonna be Primus Commando, which is now signed to Disguised Gaming, DSG, with Player K, Arctic, and Strafing Flame. I'm sad to say I don't see this guy's solidifying top 20. It's possible, but it's very unlikely due to how scrims have played recently and how they stack against the other rosters. It's nothing personal, it's just I want to see more from the team. Another underdog team for honorable mention I will give it to is Team Burger, which has the former world champion Sharky on there, and probably from the former Moist roster from like early in year 3, I believe. I just don't see them. They did well at EWC, but they haven't really shown much since then. They've been pretty lackluster, to say the least. And for the final of the honorable mentions, I will have to give it to Anafor 36. Aimbosh is an insane player already. The team has done well before, but recently there's been very underwhelming from my performance preference. But they've just been very to say the least. They are very capable players, don't get me wrong. These are the best of the best in the world. They will dog walk me in a second, but I just want to see more from the squad come in. Now, starting in with the top 20. First team I highlighted in the top 20 is Exo Clan with K-Sweeney and crew. One of the heads of the French community in the Apex scene, but they have not been placing as their strong team. I will give them that, but they have been doing well comparatively to everyone else on the roster. Followed by the next two choices of NIP and Crazy Raccoon. Nasky is a lovable play-based Apex scene. He's been here for one of the longest tenured players, signed or not. He's been here for a minute, but it's just inconsistent. It's like if you Google inconsistent Apex, Nasky is the main first poster boy. It's like either he is stomping players as KCP, or he was getting dog walk the contest and not making finals. And if he did make finals, it was a coin flip, like the top 10 or bottom 10. It was always a coin flip. And Crazy Raccoon was originally being the reject one of the rosters that split one, but they swapped two players over to Crazy Raccoon, and they immediately didn't qualify for EWC or I don't think they qualified for EWC or Split 2. No, I didn't qualify for Split 2. They made Split 2. And with Crazy Raccoon recently switching rosters this year from the Reject Winity squad to Crazy Raccoons, they didn't make Split 2 playoffs, and it's just what happened there, we don't know. I believe the squad can pull through, but winning is going to be a tall task. Next one was recently firing up on Twitter with constant scrim wins, if not doing exceedingly well in blocks and top 5s for a long period of time. Not Falcons, it's Furia. We'll get the Falcons later. Grant, Madness, Keon, and Vax is just a goated trio that I wanted to see for a while, but it's just been a huge question mark of this squad. Just like, what are they gonna do when shit goes south? It's just consistency is like the main thing I point on harbor on is this game. It's just consistency, because you can get one win, you can get a win in scrims and scrim balls. You can win 3 scrim balls in a row, but if you can't take it to the main stage on land, what's the point even of going for that match? I don't see it. I just don't. These next one I'm probably gonna get flack for. It's Go Next. Granted, Yes, insane roster, great players. It's just, I don't know. A lot of the EME players are either very streaky or they just there but don't quite make it. They'll get close to match point but don't close out, unless you're Alliance or Aurora. Well, Alliance will close out. Aurora will get close, but not quite. Not quite. They'll get top 3 or get sent on immediately. Next up, ALGS Hungary. Say I had to say Matafe and Co. I don't see them doing well this LAN. Granted, they have yet to make a finals at LAN. The one time they did, the one time Matafe didn't make finals at LAN, he was bottom 20. And I think the trend might continue this game. It might be higher. He might get 13th, 14th, but I just don't see him getting higher than 20th. Looking back at the previous matches with Navi, the highest that Matafe's ever made at LAN was 21st place, so he's never made finals. I don't see him getting much higher than 10th. 10th would be a miracle for the squad, I believe. Aurora, like I mentioned before, I feel like Aurora went through a bit of an identity crisis after Hardeki went to deadlock, but then Casca's been doing really well on his own, and he's been showing up for the squad. But can he keep this pressure going and maintain into LAN? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see. And for the last one of the top 20 I have, in my opinion, will be of the South America squad, Dragons Esports. I have high hopes for this squad. I want to see South America do well, but it's just unlikely. The last time we've seen a squad like of Hispanic do insanely well was Icholo's Laser AWC and the long tenured Legacy squad, or LG Chivas, they were previously. Those are the 2 best Spanish rosters we've ever watched. And it's just hard to deny that. It's just straight fact statistic-wise, they're the 2 best Spanish rosters we've ever had. Dragons has got to maintain that pride for a Spanish roster, but they haven't been showing out as much. They have shown that they can win matches, but can they get to match point and close out games? That's the real thing. Can they close out games? Because after all, Battle Royale, you gotta win. Can they win? We'll see at Sapporo. And now moving into the top 10. First team I have in the top 10 is, surprisingly enough, Phony & Co. with Guild Esports. Let's be real. After Space Station 1 split 2 playoffs and the team split apart, Phony had chip on the shoulder. He's ready to get back in there and show him why he's a player as good as he is, why he's such a high seed and a high stock player in the ALGS. This man does not know the words quit or give up. He will, or yes, this means that him not being involved with team fights, but with this new roster in Guild Esports, he's been getting more involved in the fights and showing that he's actually one of the top 5 IGLs in ALGS, period. Not just NA, period. Next up, Shopify Rebellion, which was formerly known as Moist Esports. I'm saying that because Guild used to be on the roster. But with Charlie was critical, and I can't remember who else, merged together to form arguably one of the biggest esports orgs in the world. Moist Esports now rebrands to Shopify Rebellion, and let's look at the squad. It's Zainu, Koiful, and MT. And we all know what MT is capable of. We all remember that 720 Kraber no scope at LAN. We all remember that no scope. That's ingrained in our brains forever. Zainu and Koiful are probably the 2 most insane roller demons in North America. Zainu and Koiful being both LAN winners. Zainu a 2-time, Koiful a first-time at Space Station. This could be a dangerous roster. I see their bare floor, their minimum being top 10 this LAN. They could win, but whether consistency of the squad will maintain. Next up in the top 10, honestly, I'd say we go Oblivion. They were an LCQ team that placed in just behind Stallions, but I can see how this squad can make a few upsets up this report. They made their LCQ. People already down them because it's an LCQ team. You don't expect much, but you forget these are very best players, especially considering it's Blinkster, Reeds, and Nano. Reeds, we all know the name of Reeds from the name BR Demons. Yes, that BR Demons that later became the Glitch Energy team, and then Glitch Energy team, and then the Auction Esports roster. Sadly, Auction Esports no longer with us in Apex, but hopefully they'll make a return at some point. But these guys are nothing to slouch at. These are insane players. Reed is like, I'm gonna hit my shots and I'm gonna kill you. That's pretty much how that man plays. The Blinkster and Nano backing him up. I believe Blinkster's MNK. One of the guys MK, I don't remember who. But it's a scary team to come across. You underestimate them, it'll be your last game to underestimate. Now we have Cloud9, and now arguably probably the best controller player with Newcastle on Shubi. This could be the huge threat with him, especially with Newcastle being the main staple in the current meta for ALGS and top tier play. This is just possibly a walk in the park for C9, but if they aren't careful or ready, this could be very, very bad for them. It's always a hit or miss with this squad. They're either streaking and just taking shit by storm, or they're just getting bodied and left in the dust. And final team of the top 10 I have is the one and only TSM, with Evan Verhulst, Jordan Reps, and Zapdo. Great squad. After Imperial Hal left this roster to join the Falcon Esports crew, Zapdo steps in after EA splits apart. That's a whole story in itself. When EA splits apart, Zapdo is left to work, not sure where to go. He brings in along with Zapdo, he brings in their coach Talmadge, and Talmadge was a coach for EA previously, along with Zapdo and co. And come on, they've shown that they are a dominant force in the North American region, and arguably North America is still one of, if not the best regions in Pro Apex. It's now generally arguable with EMEA and Apex South. Apex North, you have to win. I'm only surprised Apex North doesn't have a win yet, because the squad Fnatic is from Apex North, and they're probably the mechanically best squad in the world. TSM team solo mid, but they are far from mid. Come on, it's Verhulst, Reps, and Zap. This trio squad is actually very, very scary when it comes. You see the people in your ranked games. You're either saying the shit's chalked, or you're avoiding the entire game and praying your second place. This squad is just hard to beat. You got Evan, who almost doesn't miss. See, it's scary watching that man play. You have Reps, one of the longest tenured anchors to TSM org and Apex in general. Dude is just a monster, an underrated monster. And Zapdo, which is arguably one of the best players on the E8 roster. Put them three together, along with Minus Tempo and Talmadge, this squad can be seen as unstoppable. Just small mistakes that can make this squad not win this LAN. Now moving on to the top 5. This is where stuff might get a little spicy, and I'm gonna say this: Falcons. I have the top 5. Not a bad spot, but I just don't see them winning this LAN. Granted, with already with the identities of Zero and Imperial Hal, 2 well-known IGLs in there in the same team, and they pair that with Waltzy, which you have now 3 IGLs. I can see them constantly butting heads during the event itself. They've already done that enough during scrims, but you can't just be constantly butting heads. You have to have some compromise and win. You need compromise to win. You need to be consistent to win. You need to work together to win. It's just some things you just cannot do butting heads. If egos get in the way during this event, that'll be the reason that Falcons don't win this LAN. Next up, another NA squad. I know this is NA heavy, but next up we got another NA squad with Liquid Anywhere with Jaguars, Neazul, and Kurev. The name Kurev is very familiar to y'all because he was on the Spanish roster Extrola's Laser AWC, and he got picked up right after Split 2 playoffs. No, yeah, put the right Split 2 playoffs, because Kurev is arguably the best player from that roster. And dear God, that man is insane. If you watch him during BLGS and Netflix POV, that man does not miss with the Kraber. It's almost impossible for him to miss with the Kraber. What I saw is like a 90% hit rate, which is insane. How much damage that's output for the Kraber alone. Like, you give him 12 bullets, he's hitting 10. That's insane. And then you got, this is easily if we forget, Jaguars, Neazul. They're the two and three from the legacy roster, which is arguably the best fighting team in North America. it's a hard to pass it up for a good chance of winning this land, but winning it's gonna be a tall task because I don't think they've yet to win a land yet. Next up, the newly signed roster from Loan Sharks, now finally brought into an org that we all know and love from back in the day, whether it was CS, Rocket League, or COD. Envy picks up Loan Sharks because it was formerly known as Bleed Esports, because after all that drama, they canceled their contracts, went free agent, became Loan Sharks, which is partly, let's be real, now the shot over at Bleed and not how they're going to recover from that. But they get picked up by Envy after Hastro finally gets the name and the organization back from Optic from the merger a couple years back, and Envy is back in action. They were signed immediately when the word came out, like literally immediately. It wasn't announced. I was like, I told it the next day, but we all know Battlefield leaks this stuff before and the players do. It's just bound to happen. I'm excited to see this team work in. Now they have an org backing them. Like, granted, it's like, could it be too little too late? We'll see. But this is going to be a team that's going to be a force to reckon with. And last but not least, my top 5. I hate to say this, but I love this team, but I hate to see. I want them to win, but I see some of the other team winning more than this one. 100 Thieves, Timmy designed and Jen Burton. We can all admit Timmy is arguably one of the best mechanical players in the North America region. Jen Burton's arguably the best player in the North America region. In design, it's probably one of the best long-range shooters we have. Man was using a 2x Sentinel. Couture, by the way. 2x Sentinel at land. Like it's nothing. This team has recently got signed, and the fact that I don't really see anybody having up in their top 5 so far is kind of insane to me. It's about time Timmy himself is playing for the 100 Thieves banner, because he's been their content creator for almost, I think, a year and a half, 2 years now. It was just we all felt it was just a matter of time before he got picked up to the org as a player. But now it is time we see him show his stuff and flex on the competition, and let's just go. I gotta see this 100 Thieves, but I don't see them winning for the next squad. If you make it this far, make sure to subscribe and check out the links in my bio for Rogue Energy. The team I have winning LAN is gonna be Complexity. Come on, Monsu, Kimchi, and Enemy. Enemy of the former DSG squad, Kimchi the former coach of Complexity, and Monsu's by Complexity since I believe day 1. And this squad had found their stride. They're hitting fire. We also at the Red Bull Gaming Invitational, hosted by Timmy and Hal. The Complexity duo of Mon and Kimchi actually won it together. And the team chem that I have is literally unbeatable compared to everybody else I've seen in the league, in the Apex League. It's just it's 1, they're funny. 2, they're actually chill in real life. One thing I've noticed across any esport, any sport or league, whatever, team chemistry goes a long way. If you enjoy being around your teammates, you're gonna want to play well and talk to stuff about in-game and out-of-game, just chilling. Like it becomes less of a work and a struggle. It becomes more of like, we're just friends. We're friends who enjoy the same thing. Team chem goes a long way, and Complexity has showed that. Will I be wrong? Possibly. Would I want to be? Kind of. Yeah, sometimes I do want to be wrong. But this will be arguably one of the greatest lands of Apex we've ever seen. I know it seems they're rambling and zip-zappy. Give me time. I'm still new to this. But I appreciate y'all who stayed and watched the entire video. If you want to see more, drop a like, subscribe, hit bell notifications. Click the links in my bio to help me out, the creator. All the other platforms will be in the description. If you want to see certain teams, actually do well, tune in to the ALGS broadcast to watch it. Be live on Twitch and YouTube. It's not a sponsor, just where they are. And hopefully I'll be able to watch part of this if I don't work those days. But I'll probably watch part if I can. But if not, then I'll see you then.
Did it, yeah. Long nights I pray for this, long nights I've slaved for this. I give away days for this. God made a way for this. I know I'm made for this. I can't lose heart.